Okay, so everybody's freaking out about vibe coding right now. You've seen the post. AI is writing code nobody understands. We're all going to ship broken software. And I get it, right? That sounds scary. But here's the thing. That's not actually the danger. The real danger is vibe testing, and most people don't even know it's happening. So here's what I mean. If you use AI to build an app and something breaks, you've got the code. You can read it, you can poke around, you can even ask Claude to explain what it did. You have something to work with. But if you use AI to write your tests, the checks that tell you whether your app is working, and you don't actually understand what the tests are looking for. You could ship a bug that wipes out customer data, you could ship a payment issue that lets people check out for free, and your test will come back completely green. That's the real problem. And honestly, it's happening right now at real companies. So today we're going to look at some real examples of where this went wrong. And then I'm going to show you live using Claude Code, Playwright, and GitHub Actions how AI can generate a test suite that passes every single check while completely missing a serious bug. All right, let's go. Okay, so let's actually break these two things down, right? Vibe coding is when you use AI to write your app. Maybe you didn't read every line it generated. Maybe you don't totally know how the auth flow works under the hood. And yeah, some people hear that and panic. But here's what I'm thinking. You still got the code. It's sitting right there. If something breaks, you go look at it, you debug it, you ask Claude what it did and why. The code is the thing you can actually investigate. Vibe testing is different. That's when you let AI write your test suite, the automated checks that are supposed to catch problems before real users do. And the issue is this. AI is really good at testing the happy path. You know what the happy path is, right? It's when a user does exactly what you expect. They add something to their cart, they enter a valid credit card number, the payment goes through, everybody's happy. AI will write beautiful tests for that. But bugs don't live in happy path. They live in the weird stuff. What happens when someone puts in a negative quantity? What if they skip the login page and go straight to the checkout URL? What if they apply 3 discount codes at once and the total drops to 0? What if they hit submit twice and get charged twice? AI doesn't automatically think about those things. It tests what it built, not what could go wrong. And if you're just watching for a green check mark, you'll never know what it didn't test. And what that means is this has real money attached to it. We're talking about users getting products for free, security holes letting people into accounts that aren't theirs, payment bugs running for 2 days before anyone notices. These aren't small problems. Now, if you want to learn more about AI and how AI-assisted testing can help accelerate your career, check out my best-selling AI course. You'll find the link in the description. Use coupon code SUBSCRIBER to save $5 on this course. Here's the thing. You haven't seen a major news story about vibe testing taking down a company yet. The story hasn't broken, but the data says it's coming. Veracode published a report in 2025. They tested over 100 AI models. The findings, 45% of AI-generated code contains security vulnerabilities. And their number that really got me, AI-generated code has 2.74 times more vulnerabilities than human-written code. And AppyRow, they looked at Fortune 50 companies using AI coding assistants. They found a 322% increase in privilege escalation paths, a 40% jump in secrets exposure. We're talking about the biggest companies in the world. 4 times faster code, 10 times more security findings. Now here's my question. If 45% of AI-generated code has vulnerabilities and the tests were written by AI, who's catching those vulnerabilities? Because the AI isn't going to test for the bugs it doesn't know it wrote. That's the gap. And right now, most teams don't even know it's there. Now here's where it gets interesting. Okay, let me show you this in action. So I've got a simple shopping cart app here. I built it with Claude Code. It's got a products page where you can add a product to a cart, view the cart, and then proceed through the checkout flow. Now check this out. I also asked Claude Code to write Playwright tests for it. Here's the file that it generated. It created test cases for the shopping cart and checkout. Test cases include add a product to the cart and verify it appears, update the quantity to 2 and verify the total updates correctly, fill out the checkout form and submit, verify order confirmation after checkout, and remove an item from the cart and verify the cart is empty. This looks solid, right? Like this is what real test suites look like. Okay, let's try running those tests. Every single test is passing with a green check mark. I even set this up on CI. You can see that everything is passing here also. But I want you to notice a few things about the test. Number 1, the tests are very light. They're all happy path tests. They don't do anything outside of the basic user flow. There are no tests about what a user might do wrong. So that's your job as a QA to make sure that AI is writing tests that actually test things that a real user might do and not just test the typical flows. I want to call out one other test here. So we have this green passing test here for remove an item from the cart. Let's step through this test. So you can see we're loading the page, clicking on an item, clicking on view cart, and then we're clicking the remove button. So what should happen here after we click the remove button? It should remove this item, right? If you notice on the next step, the item is still there. So did this test actually pass? If you look at the console log, you can see that it says cart is not empty, count 1. Let's look at the source code for this test. Here's the test that says remove an item from the cart. And if you go to the bottom, you can see cart should now be empty. And it's just doing a check if count is not equal to 1, and it's doing a console.log cart is not empty. So the test knows that the cart is not empty, but instead of failing the test, it's just doing a console.log. If you do a console.log on a test, it won't fail. you have to explicitly add assertions using the expect method. You can see one right here. This one is expecting that the page has a URL of /cart. This is a typical problem that I've seen with AI generated code, where as you work with the AI and have it write and fix your test code, oftentimes it will just bypass errors to get you to a green checkmark state, where all the tests appear to be passing, but if you look at the details, they're actually failing, and AI wrote code to bypass the failure. This is the biggest red flag with AI generated test code. So here's what to actually do differently. When you use AI to write test, don't just ask it to write test. Ask it what could go wrong here, what are the edge cases, and have it verified that any test code that it's written is using proper assertions so failing tests actually fail. Then look at what it gives you. Read the test names. Does this test actually prove the thing I care about, or does it just check the happy path? You don't need to understand every line of code your AI wrote, but you do need to understand what broken looks like for your app and how to identify any red flags in your test code. That's your job now. If this was useful, subscribe. I do a lot of content around testing, AI tools, and how to actually ship software that works. And drop a comment. Have you run into vibe testing problems on your team? I really want to hear about it. All right, see you in the next one.